Hello everyone, welcome back to Pharma E-Class. I am Dr. Gayatri, Assistant Professor at Smriti College of Pharmaceutical Education, Indore. In our previous class, we have seen about what are tissues and the first type of tissue, that is epithelial tissue. In our today's video lecture, we will learn about connective tissue. So connective tissue is the most abundant tissue present in human body. So the cells of connective tissue are more widely separated from each other than those forming the epithelium, and the intercellular substance, which is matrix, is present in considerably large amounts. We have seen that in epithelial tissue the cells are tightly packed, because of which the intercellular substance, that is matrix, is considerably in a less amount. Whereas in connective tissue, the cells are not tightly packed, they are widely separated from each other. एक सेल और दूसरे सेल के बीच में बहुत ज़्यादा गैप होता है कनेक्टिव टिश्यू में, जिसके वजह से ये जो इंटरसेल्युलर मैट्रिक्स है वो मैट्रिक्स का क्वांटिटी जो है वो कनेक्टिव टिश्यू में ज़्यादा रहता है. There may or may not be fibers present in the matrix, which may be of a semi-solid jelly-like consistency or dense and rigid, depending on the position and function of the tissue. So ये जो fibers है, fibers may or may not be present in this matrix, and the texture of which is either jelly-like, semi-solid or jelly-like, or it is dense and rigid. So this depends upon where it is present and what function it has in the tissue. So the various forms of connective tissue has different functions. They are, it binds together, supports and strengthens other body tissues. It protects and insulates internal organs. It compartmentalizes structures such as skeletal muscles. It serves as a major transport system within the body, example blood and lymph. It is the primary location of stored energy reserves, that is adipose or fat tissue, and it is the main source of immune responses. So these are all the functions of connective tissue, and we will look in the coming slides how these functions are carried out by different tissues which are a part of the connective tissue. So there are different cells in connective tissue. There are fibroblasts, macrophages, plasma cells. So the fibroblasts, they are most numerous large flat cells with branching processes. They migrate through the connective tissue, secreting the fibers and ground substance of extracellular matrix. So this is about fibroblasts. So what are macrophages? They develop from monocytes. Monocytes are nothing but a type of WBCs. They have an irregular shape with short branching projections and are capable of engulfing bacteria and cellular debris by phagocytosis. So ये जो macrophages है इसके irregular branches जैसे projections, they have irregular branches like projections. So ये branches के through ये जो bacteria है और cellular debris है वो सबको phagocytosis के द्वारा ये engulf कर लेता है. And macrophages may be fixed और wandering, इधर वो एक जगह पे ही रहते हैं या फिर मूव होते रहते हैं. Example, those in lungs and spleen are fixed, and those gather at the site of infection and inflammation and carry phagocytosis are wandering type of macrophages. Next is plasma cells. They are small. They develop from B lymphocytes. They secrete antibodies, proteins that attack, neutralize antigens, and are important part of body's immune response. So they develop from B lymphocytes. So because of which we know that B lymphocytes are a part of body's immune response. Most plasma cells reside in connective tissue and are abundant in GI and respiratory tracts, salivary glands, lymph nodes, spleen and red bone marrow. Next is mast cells. They are abundant alongside the blood vessels that supply the connective tissue, and they produce histamine, and they also bind to ingest and kill the bacteria. This recent research has shown that the mast cells are not just involved in release of histamine, but they are also involved in defense or in killing of the external bacteria. Adipocytes are nothing but fat cells. So they store triglycerides. They are found deep to the skin and are around organs such as heart and kidneys. Next is white blood cells. White blood cells, they migrate from blood into connective tissue in response to certain conditions. For example, neutrophils gather at the site of infection. Eosinophils migrate to the site of parasitic invasions and allergic responses. So, white blood cells move into the connective tissue depending upon the condition of the body or that particular place. So, the first type of connective tissue is loose connective tissue, which is also called areolar connective tissue. So, this is the most generalized of all connective tissue. The matrix is described as semi-solid with many fibroblasts, some fat cells, mast cells, macrophages, widely separated by elastic and collagen fibers. So, इसके मैट्रिक्स में क्या-क्या, इसका मैट्रिक्स जो है वो सेमी सॉलिड है और उसमें फाइब्रोब्लास्ट, फैट सेल्स, मास्ट सेल्स, मैक्रोफेजेस, ये सारे सेल्स प्रेजेंट है इसके मैट्रिक्स में. And then it is found in almost every part of the body, providing elasticity and tensile strength. हमारे बॉडी में जो भी पार्ट में elasticity और tensile strength की जरूरत होती है, वो सारे पार्ट्स में हम लोग ये areolar connective tissue को देख सकते हैं. It connects and supports other tissues. For example, under the skin between muscles, supporting blood vessels and nerves, in the alimentary canal, in glands supporting the secretory cells. So ये जो basically ये क्या करता है, connect various tissues को connect करता है या support करता है. Example, under the skin between the muscles, supporting the blood vessels and nerves. In alimentary canal, in glands supporting the secretory cells. So next is adipose tissue. We know that adipose tissue is responsible for storage of fat. So adipose tissue consists of fat cells containing large fat globules in a matrix of areolar tissue. There are two types of adipose tissue. One is white adipose tissue and brown adipose tissue. The major difference is white is present in adults and brown adipose tissue is present in newborn. So the white adipose tissue makes up to 20 to 25% of body weight of a well-nourished adult. The amount of adipose tissue in an individual is determined by the balance between energy intake and expenditure. We know that the accumulation of fat in adipose tissue is what causes weight gain. So the amount of adipose tissue that is present is dependent upon how much calorie intake a person is taking and how much of that calorie intake or how much of that energy the person is expending, that is in the way of exercise or any kind of physical activity. So that determines the amount of adipose tissue. It is found supporting the kidneys, eyes, between the muscle fibers, under the skin, where it acts as a thermal insulator. So this adipose tissue जो है ये thermal insulator की तरह act करता है. So ये कहाँ दिखाई देता है? Kidneys, eyes, between the muscle fibers and under the skin. Next is brown adipose tissue. It is present in newborns. It has a more extensive capillary network than white adipose tissue. इसका मतलब ये जो brown adipose tissue है इसमें ज़्यादा capillaries है white adipose tissue से comparatively. When brown adipose tissue is metabolized, it produces less energy and considerably more heat than other fat. contributing to the maintenance of body temperature. So ये जो brown adipose tissue है, जब इसका मेटाबॉलिज्म होता है, इससे एनर्जी जो है वो कम प्रोड्यूस होता है और हीट जो है वो ज्यादा प्रोड्यूस होता है. इन एडल्ट इट इज प्रेजेंट ओनली इन स्मॉल अमाउंट्स. ये जो ब्राउन एडिपोज टिश्यू है ये मेनली न्यूबॉर्न्स में रहता है और जो एडल्ट्स में ये जो इसका जो क्वांटिटी है वो बहुत ही कम है. So if you can see, this is the picture of adipose tissue and those are adipocytes which are storing fat. Next is dense connective tissue. The first type of tissue that comes under dense connective tissue is fibrous tissue. So fibrous tissue is made up mainly of closely packed bundles of collagen fibers with very little matrix. ये जो फाइब्रस टिश्यू है इसमें कोलेजन फाइबर्स रहते हैं और ये जो कोलेजन फाइबर्स है ये क्लोजली पैक्ड होते हैं जिसकी वजह से मैट्रिक्स जो है वो कम होता है इस टाइप ऑफ टिश्यू में. फाइब्रोसाइट्स are few in number and are found lying in rows between the bundles of fiber. So ये जो फाइब्रोसाइट्स है इसका नंबर कम है और ये सिर्फ ये बंडल फाइबर्स के बीच में दिखते हैं. So fibrous tissue is found forming the ligaments which binds bone together. Bones को जो bind करते हैं ligaments उसमें as an outer protective covering for bone called periosteum. Bone का जो outer covering है उसमें and as an outer protective covering of some organs, example kidneys, lymph nodes and brain. So outer covering of bone के साथ साथ some organs में जैसे kidneys, lymph nodes, brain में भी ये fibrous tissue होता है forming muscle sheets called muscle fascia which extend beyond the muscle to become the tendon that attaches muscle to the bone. So ये जो ligaments में भी होता है और जो tendons जो होते हैं मसल और बोन का जो अटैचमेंट रहता है उसमें भी हम लोगों को फाइब्रस टिश्यू दिखाई देता है. So if you can see, this is the fibrous tissue and these are the collagen fibers. और जो फाइब्रोसाइट्स है जैसे हमने पढ़ा था ये कोलेजन फाइबर्स के बीच में दिखाई देते हैं. नेक्स्ट इज इलास्टिक टिश्यू. इलास्टिक टिश्यू मतलब क्या है, हम लोग जैसे इलास्टिक what happens when you take an elastic, when you pull it it extends, when you leave it recoils. So elastic जैसे रहता है वैसे ही elastic tissue भी हमारे बॉडी में फंक्शन करता है. It is capable of considerable extension and recoiling. There are few cells and the matrix consists mainly of masses of elastic fibers secreted by fibroblasts. So ये जो elastic tissue है इसमें cells जो है वो कम है, उसके साथ साथ इसमें elastic fibers भी रहते हैं. It is found in organs where alteration of shape is required. एक शेप जो रहता है उसको ऑल्ट्रेशन जिस ऑर्गन्स में रिक्वायर्ड है या नेसेसरी है, शेप बदलने का नेसेसिटी होता है उन ऑर्गन्स में हमें ये इलास्टिक टिश्यू दिखाई देता है जैसे ब्लड वेसल वॉल्स, एपिग्लॉटिस एंड आउटर ईयर्स. So these are elastic fibers as you can see. Next is liquid connective tissue. We have seen that it consists of different consistencies or different types of tissues, right? So one is liquid connective tissue. So liquid connective tissue consists of blood. It consists of blood plasma and formed elements. So they are RBCs, WBCs and platelets. So location of blood is within the blood vessels and within the chambers of the heart. We know that blood flows through the blood vessels and it is pumped by the heart. So blood, the location of blood is basically within the blood vessels, which includes arteries, arterioles, veins, venules, capillaries, all this. And function of blood is RBCs. We know RBCs transport oxygen and carbon dioxide, and then WBCs carry on phagocytosis. As we have seen, WBCs are mainly involved in defense mechanism, right? So they carry on phagocytosis and are involved in allergic reactions and immune system responses. WBCs में जो different types of cells होते हैं वो कुछ allergic reactions में involved रहते हैं जैसे eosinophils, and then immune system responses में involved होते हैं, और phagocytosis में platelets are essential for clotting of blood. हमारा जो blood clot करने का process होता है उसके लिए platelets की बहुत ज़रूरत होती है. So this is the function of blood. Next is lymph. Lymph is another liquid compartment. So it consists of plasma-like liquid component, and lymphocytes are formed elements. So location of lymph is within the lymphatic vessels. So they are found in blood and in lymphatic tissue in the lymph nodes, spleen, palatine and pharyngeal tonsils, vermiform appendix, solitary and aggregated nodes in the small intestine, and wall of the large intestine. So in all these places lymph can be seen. What is the function of lymph? It is concerned with the defense of body against infection, and it also transports fats in the form of chylomicrons from intestine to the blood circulation. So ये जो intestine में जो fats होते हैं उसको blood circulation में transport करता है lymph in the form of chylomicrons, और defense mechanism में भी help होता है. Next is cartilage. The next type of connective tissue is cartilage. So in cartilage also there are different types. The first one is hyaline cartilage. So hyaline cartilage consists of bluish white shiny ground substance with fine collagen fibers and many chondrocytes, most abundant type of cartilage. So if you can see hyaline cartilage, as I will show you the image, it consists of bluish white shiny ground substance, and it has fine collagen fibers and many chondrocytes, and it is the most abundant type of cartilage. Where can hyaline cartilage be seen in the body? Ends of long bones, जो long bones के ends है वहाँ पे, anterior ends of ribs, nose, parts of larynx, trachea, bronchi, bronchial tubes, and embryonic and fetal skeleton. So what is the function of this hyaline cartilage? It provides smooth surfaces for movement at joints as well as flexibility and support. So ये जो cartilage है ये smooth surfaces provide करता है किसके लिए? Movement के लिए, and also provides flexibility and support. Next is fibrocartilage. Fibrocartilage also contains chondrocytes scattered among the bundles of collagen fibers within the extracellular matrix. So the location of this fibrocartilage is pubic symphysis, intervertebral disc, and menisci, that is cartilage pads of knee, and portions of tendons that insert into the cartilage. So what is the function of fibrocartilage? It also provides support and fusion. Next is elastic cartilage. Elastic cartilage consists of chondrocytes located in thread-like network of elastic fibers within the extracellular matrix. And this elastic cartilage can be seen in lid on the top of larynx we know, and then the part of external ear, and also auditory tubes. So what is the function of this elastic cartilage? It gives support and maintains shape. So this is hyaline cartilage. We can see that there is a clear looking ground substance. Next is fibrocartilage. This densely layered collagen fibers are present, and then elastic cartilage. We can see elastic fibers in the elastic cartilage. So these are the three types of cartilages. Next is bone. So bone, we know that bone consists of, the cells of bones are called osteocytes. So bone is a connective tissue with cells, that is osteocytes, surrounded by a matrix of collagen fibers that is strengthened by inorganic salts, especially कैल्शियम एंड फॉस्फेट. सो ये जो बोन है इसमें ऑस्टियोसाइट्स, बोन के जो सेल्स होते हैं वो उसको ऑस्टियोसाइट्स कहा जाता है एंड दे आर सराउंडेड बाय अ मैट्रिक्स ऑफ कोलेजन फाइबर्स होते हैं. एंड बोन में मेनली इनऑर्गेनिक सॉल्ट्स रहते हैं, हमें पता है. स्पेशली बोन किससे बनता है? कैल्शियम. So that is about bones. It provides this provides bone with their characteristic strength and rigidity. So ये जो भी osteocytes है और कोलेजन फाइबर्स है, इनऑर्गेनिक सॉल्ट्स है, ये सब मिलके हमारे बॉडी के जो बोन्स है उसको स्ट्रेंथ एंड रिजिडिटी, क्योंकि हमारे बोन्स रिजिड है, राइट. सो वो जो रिजिडिटी है और वो जो स्ट्रेंथ है वो इस कैरेक्टरिस्टिक से आता है. So bone also has considerable capacity for growth in the first 2 decades of life and for regeneration throughout the life. हमें पता है कि first 2 decades, that is up to 20 years, bones of our body keep growing in our size, and not only that, the bones are capable of regeneration throughout the life. So there are 2 types of bones. One is compact bone and the other is cancellous or spongy bone. Compact bone is solid and dense in appearance. So compact मतलब dense and solid. Cancellous और spongy. Spongy मतलब sponge जैसा दिखता है. So it is spongy और fine honeycomb appearance. honeycomb जैसे होता है वैसे appearance रहता है spongy bone का. So if you can see, this is the compact part of the bone, and which is outer bone and it is rigid, whereas the spongy bone, it looks like a sponge or honeycomb. It is porous. It has, that means it has pores. So location is both compact and spongy tissue make up the various parts of bones of our body. Functions include support, protection, storage, and also it houses the blood forming tissue, and it serves as levers that act for muscle tissue to enable movement. We have seen the functions of bones when we were studying about the skeletal muscle or skeletal system.